All right, so this is tutorial 3 in our series on the tune Acquiescence and what chords to play along with the melody and the chord symbols that are given. This is one of my tunes, and before you judge it, if you haven't been to the previous couple of tutorials, I'm going to post a link up here to the melody of the tune. It's actually, many people think it's nice, beautiful. We see high ratings on MuseScore. We'll post a link to that as well below. And people just generally like the tune. So if you want to learn something new and you want to be challenged a little bit, this is probably the place to be. In this tutorial, we're going to continue on with some minor 2/5s and how to voice those in conjunction with the melody in the tune. So in this video, I'm going to play you another version, which is a solo version of this tune. It's only going to take 3 minutes or so to go through one chorus of solo for Acquiescence. So let me play that for you now, and then we'll come back and continue our tutorial on the chord symbols. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that solo. I think you can see that it definitely lends itself to good soloing technique. It's just a tune that you can improvise over quite a bit. So it's important to know the chords that are underlying as you move through the tune. So here's where we left off in tutorial 2. We got to this point where we went from the F sharp minor 7 So where we left off was essentially here, where we got to do this part. Like, this is a repeat of the above. So all of this all the way through to here is essentially a repeat of what we've seen before. So when we get to, for example, the E flat major 7 sharp 11, we're still playing 1 and 5 in the left and 3 and 7 in the right. because that's where the melody's going, right? You always have to If the third and the seventh is in the melody, you have to be careful of some of the alterations that you use with your chords and some of the 9ths, 11ths, and 13ths. So in this case, because the seventh is in the melody, we don't want to clutter it up too much. So let's get to the A minor 7 flat 5 chord, and let's just go make a quick screenshot of that section so we can write out some chords. Okay, so I think what we're going to do with this A minor 7 flat 5 chord is we're going to play 1 and 7 in the left hand. So that's the A and the G. And in the right hand, I think we'll play the third, the flat 5, that should do it. Third, flat 5, which is the A flat, and then the melody note, which is here. It's actually a really nice sounding chord. And so for the D7 flat 9 chord, we're going to do 1, 5, which is A, and then F sharp, which is the third of the chord. And in the right hand, we'll play, and we might just start with this, but we'll play, sorry, down here, 3 and flat 7 here. So, and in this particular case, I threw in the A as well down here. And the melody note, of course, being the F sharp. So. So that's actually pretty common voicing for D7 flat 9. It's actually 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So. All right, let's continue on with, and it goes to G minor here. So, okay, so there are some voicings there that we should take a look at. So let's take a screenshot of that. So we're going to widen these voicings a little bit. So the first one's a little bit different because the melody note is G, and the second G minor, the melody note is A. So we're going from here to here. So the voicings change quite a bit. I would suggest for this particular G minor, and this is really good because you always want alternate voicings for chords. You never want to play the same voicing over and over again. So in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to stick down an A down here, a B flat, which is already in the key signature, so don't need that. And then an F, so G and F in the bass. So 1 and 7. So this is 1, 7, and then this minor second, so this is the third, and that's the 7th of the chord. And then the melody note is the root. Nice sounding chord. Actually, you can also put a D in here as well. That might sound good. Okay, so this is interesting. So anytime you see a sharp 11 chord, it essentially means go up a whole step, which is F, and put it over E flat. That's basically how to think about that. So what we're going to do in the right hand is we're going to play an F triad here, and the melody note is also F. And then in the left hand, we're going to play 1, which is E flat, 5, which is B flat, and then the third of the chord here. You might have to roll that because a lot of people can't reach that, including me. So this voicing is going to be a little bit different for the G minor 7th chord because the melody note has changed. So in this case, we're going to throw down an F triad like this. Because that's the 11th and the 7th of the chord. And then the third at the top. Okay, so we've got G, and we can go B flat here as well, and then the 5th of the chord. So from the beginning of the line, it's this. Same voicing twice. So this bar just repeats this one here. Okay? And that's all the time we have for in this video. In our next video, we're going to discover the next part of the tune, which is this really cool descending line. So it's going like this. Okay, so the way to interpret falling lines like that using chords, different chords for each note, that's what we're going to cover in our next video. I'll see you there. If you like this one, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Remember, this is tutorial 3. Not sure how many we're going to have, but 4 is to come. So I'm going to put a link to that below. Thanks a lot.